like the way Tekken does slow mode, but we see like, oh, something just happened. He got kicked in the head because he missed. So it zooms in really quick to show you something important just happened. Counter hit. Interesting camera work there too. All right. And I'm thinking we're seeing something else that was also shown in the early gameplay of the TGS footage. Unique blocking. Game Awards. Footage. Blocking is not just a guard, where it's just low guard or high guard or mid guard. No, no, no. The blocking is like actual parrying. There is movement to blocking. Blocking is as important looking as striking is now, which is a good fucking idea. This is not unique to fighting games. Like, this has been done in Street Fighter all the way back to like Street Fighter 5, where if you block a sweep, there's a different animation for the blocked sweep, like all that kind of shit. The idea that we get unique animation, sort of contextual blocking now, which was in the Game Awards video, is cool. So a block button. Oh no, the block button has been in Virtua Fighter since 1993. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is that we're going to get unique animations, like way more than ever before, when you are properly deflecting hits, because it's all over the place. This is likely just the dude blocking. And then again, you see something cool like a high crush. Oh, unique camera, you know, goes in. All I'm saying is that there's a way that you can make Virtua Fighter look super fucking cool just by holding down G. And I think this is it. I think this is an example of that. And like, again, the same thing we saw in the previous footage. I think this is literally this dude right here, just holding down, in an example of a final gameplay situation, holding down the block button. And you get cool looking shit. And then this one's neat. Actual direct interaction with environmental hazards that is going to be present in like World Tour in some way. You know, who knows if that is represented in actual final gameplay in matches with people, but like walls and impacts, and obviously that stuff is very Virtua Fighter-esque. It's still here. Yeah, clearly, right? Reminds you of DOA? Well, there's a reason. Dead or Alive, and the majority of its gameplay, it was created around Virtua Fighter 2. If you want to be honest, like the hardcore gameplay loop of what makes DOA DOA is very close to Virtua Fighter. Very close. So most of the interactions you get in a game like Dead or Alive 5, for example, are can be comparable to a game like VF. But it doesn't have the hold system. It doesn't have that. It has like the triangle system. It's doing something a bit different, but that whole point of like, you know, rapid fire decision making on top of like a lot of RPS stuff happening constantly. Yes. You're saying DOA is VF plagiarized? No, no, no. Itagaki worked with Sega to create a Virtua Fighter like, and Sega gave them the VF2 engine to create Dead or Alive. Virtua Fighter is directly responsible for the existence of Dead or Alive and also Tekken. Literally did it. It created both of them because Virtua Fighter was ridiculously influential. Yeah, no, DOA and VF are actually like in the same blood and worked with the same developers. This is cool. So, dude, your block button makes shit look fucking sick. Like, imagine the guard button being cool. Just imagine that. Does all this crazy, like, parrying shit, and then when there's, like, a moment of a high crush or a low crush, then you move, right? You can choose to, like, press guard and press up and down or interact with the triangle system at that point. What a cool idea that guarding can be sick or should look sick. And then it will depend how they make that even better. How do you counteract, right? What do you do to make that shit look good? It looks like a fucking kung fu movie. But we're seeing a lot of the same stuff that Tekken does with its camera. They're willing to break camera a whole bunch, and that's not exactly unique to Tekken. It's in Virtua Fighter constantly. Anybody that remembers VF remembers when you get a counter hit or like a round winning attack in Virtua Fighter, they break camera constantly, dude. They'll like counter hit lands, boom, you get this wide shot of the guy getting his ass kicked for like a couple of frames and then it jumps back. So they're willing to do that shit all the time. And now they're just showing that, hey, we're going to be doing it even more here. You know what I like about this? Even if this is a conceptual video, of what the gameplay will eventually be sort of like, this doesn't look like any other Virtua Fighter. Even Akira's moves, what he's doing, I don't see Party Crasher. I barely see a Junen Hyendayo, you know, or like a shoulder or some shit. It doesn't look like VF. This looks like something truly unique and different. Like Akira's doing very different shit here. This looks like a fucking fight. Yeah, in the TGA trailer, he's doing like traditional Bajikwan looking shit. He does Tetsuzanko. Again, why this is more of a conceptual thing, and then we get to what is probably more modern, more accurate current gameplay. He's doing Akira shit. Now he's actually doing Akira shit. We'll bring up the other one in a second. And to be honest, this looks much more refined in my opinion. This looks like what the game, you look at this and you're like, oh, we were already shocked by how crazy this looked. This is likely a newer build. Well, 100%. They already said that this thing is from conceptual video before development even began. This is more representative of what a game will actually be. This is like early, this is like the idea of what they're going for. So a lot of things, so why show us this if this is not what the game is? Well, probably because they're confident or what they have produced does all of this shit already and maybe looks even fucking better. And they're not ready to show it entirely, right? Maybe it's not as polished as they want it to be, which is also the reason why they show this clip from a distance. They show two people playing, real life people playing a game off screen because it's not done yet. And they don't want you to do what we're doing and look at his like freaking nipple hair and shit. They don't want us to be doing that. This is designed to be inspected because it looks really good, but is not representative of what the product actually is in its finality. This is, and this looks pretty close, man. Like that shit still looks hella smooth. And this looks like an actual game instead of like an in-engine cutscene. I see interaction here, but what we can pull is that, oh, the sort of contextual blocking, yeah, that's there. I don't think what Sarah is doing, or not Sarah is doing, is a parry. No, I think that's just the guard button now. She's doing the dynamic blocking. You know? Again, we're taking things that are in this conceptual video. The only reason they're showing us this conceptual video is because they're confident that, hey, we pulled off a lot of the shit that's in this and it looks even better now. Right? We did these things, all these elements, this interactive, the slow-mos, all this shit, that is going to be there. And what you get is an idea for a game that looks like a fucking kung fu flick. Now we get something that, bro, this is a Matrix battle happening in front of us without the guns. This is cool. That shit, dude, I can't wait. This shit I love. Bro, I'm so fuck you, brah. Like, Jesus, dude. I'm super into it. If they're able to hit that kind of shit with like these characters and this appropriate like gameplay, it's gonna be so sick. This game is gonna fuck. Like, oh my, like, we have been legit missing realistic fighting games. Like, they have been gone for a long time. Traditional fighters, like a UFC game or a boxing game, actual games that are trying to emulate realism and try to keep the fight as pure about punching and kicking, because it doesn't sound interesting. Nowadays, it's like, so how do you do that without it being ridiculously fucking hard? How do you do that without not becoming something that is so exhausting and such a ridiculous like effort? And Sega admitted that, yeah, we don't know, that's too much fucking work. They just said it, it's too much work. That's why we're not going to make another Virtua Fighter, because we're not doing that shit. They're doing it, and they're getting billions of dollars to do it. I want to play this shit so bad. I want to play this shit so bad, dude. My God. No meters. Important. That is also another important observation. There is no meter in here. I get it. It's not representative of final gameplay, but in this moment of design, they would know if there was going to need to be meters or bars or shit. Because already, like, so many elements in this conceptual are showing us stuff that is actually in gameplay, you know? It is there. Yeah, he doesn't even look like this. Like, they completely changed his design over time, and his new design is great. The guy literally looks like he's from a fucking kung fu flick, which is awesome.
Hello everybody and welcome to an overview of Witchfire. Now this game has been in early access for about a year over on the Epic Game Store, and now it's finally released on Steam. So I decided to pick it up, had no prior experience with it over on EGS. Hopping into it, let me just start with this. Is it worth your money? That's probably what you're watching this video for. I would say yes. Now, it's not a cheap game. Currently they're asking for $40, I believe. So it's on sale for 10% off. So $40 normally, I'm assuming for, you know, all other times you're going to be watching this video. $40 is quite the asking price for this game. But it's currently sitting at mostly positive, very positive, 359 ratings, 92% positive. Best way I can describe Witchfire is that it's basically Destiny combined with Hunt Showdown. Now, a lot of people will say it's a roguelike, which I guess it technically is, or a roguelite with a T. But for all intents and purposes, this is a shooter and basically an extraction shooter. So each zone that you go into, this is how you enter a map, a zone. You basically, when you die, you just drop your temporary currency. Think about that like souls in a Souls-like game. When you die, you lose your souls. You can go back to your body and pick them up. Otherwise, you, for the most part, just keep everything on you, even if you die. So it's basically just a straight-up RPG with some extraction elements, if you want to call it that. So again, like Destiny plus Hunt Showdown or Escape from Tarkov, if you'd like. So the gunplay is very, very, very good in this game. It is extremely polished. It's a little bit foggy in my base right now. I don't know why it's so foggy. I'm going to show you the beautiful, you know, scenic landscapes of this game as well. It's a very good looking game. But dude, the gunplay, obviously it's a FPS game, so you're here to see if the gunplay is good. Absolutely, it is good. The gun sound effects are excellent. It's just like a revolver. That's a big old sniper rifle. Then you got a big old like crossbow thingamabobber. There's some really cool weapon designs in this game for sure. So the shooting is excellent. The enemies are actually really fun to fight. They are dangerous. You have to keep your eye on them, and they all have different movesets, different mechanics. They don't get more HP and more damage reduction as you increase in difficulty. It just spawns harder enemies in general, so they have different movesets. Maybe you saw a guy with only a sword before, and now he has a sword and a shield, stuff like that. But you're never just going to get like increased health on enemies as the difficulty increases. So the basic gameplay loop is you just go into that portal, like I said, go into a mission, you come back, you can extract basically whenever you want. Or if you die, obviously you also extract at that point. This is how you level up, and this is why it's basically a permanent RPG. You have these stats that you can choose from here. I'm just pumping everything into luck, because why not? I mean, I'm just messing around here. I will say the stat increases, like right here, you can see the only thing that you get for upgrading Vitality is extra health, and it gives you 6. And it's actually diminishing. It started by giving me 10 extra health. I think you start at 90 on this class, the Penitent. Goes from 90 to 100, 100 to 109, 109 to 117. Now it's going from 117 to 123. So I'm actually getting less and less health as I level up. So if anything could be addressed, it's probably the upgrade system here in terms of leveling up. It's a bit flaccid in my opinion. But other than that, you have multiple facets of progression. That's definitely not the only way you progress. So you have a mirror here. You can do 2 upgrades at a time. I'm researching a medium range weapon right now. You can do another one. I just ran out of money down here, my gold. So you can do 2 of these at a time, and these just fill. You can boost them with your own money. So if I pay 5 gold, boom, it's boosted by 5% right there. Or you can just play the game, and as you do missions and get experience normally. The mirror, you can upgrade your gear. So if you see here, my weapon, this is a level 3, which I believe is the max. Maybe there's some stuff later on. Maybe the devs are planning on adding later on higher upgrades. So you can upgrade each weapon up to 3 times, and there are a ton of weapons. These are just the ones that I have unlocked thus far. And you can equip 2 regular weapons, quote unquote, and then you have a 3rd slot for a demonic weapon. I have 2 unlocks here, and demonic weapons, you just have much scarcer ammo, but they're way more powerful, and they cannot be upgraded. Then you have 3 slots over here, a relic, a fetish, and a ring. Relics are offensive, fetishes are defensive, and then the rings seem to only be tied to dashing, which is obviously just like, you know, a dash, boom, there you go. There's also a stamina system in this game. You can tell the stamina bar in the bottom left, right there, the yellow thing as it recharges. Just sprinting, jumping, double jumping, dashing, all of that consumes stamina, and then some weapons as well. So for example, the sniper rifle, because it's like a heavy shot, I guess, you'll see the stamina bar. Number 1, it starts draining while I'm ADSing. Number 2, when I fire, you can see it jumps down by a significant amount. If you run out of stamina, not a big deal. You can just you can still move, but as long as you don't dash or jump or anything that consumes stamina, it will then start recharging over time. It was a bit annoying to get used to at first, especially because of things like this. If I start my reload and I double jump, oops, it cancels the reload. That stuff's like, I guess it makes sense. In the playstyle, you can get used to it for sure, but it is pretty jarring, especially if you're coming from Destiny. You know, when there's like, you have like total freedom of movement all the time. You can jump, you can double reload, you can do whatever the heck you want. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Excuse me. This is an overview video after all, not a review. So forgive me if these thoughts are a bit jumbled. All I'm trying to say with this room right here, this is all of your permanent progression, and there's actually a few more things to do over here. I won't bother explaining absolutely everything, but you can go down here and there's a lot more stuff, and you gradually unlock these things. I think the only thing that starts unlocked is the gear bench that you can equip stuff, and then the upgrade bench to upgrade said gear, and then obviously the level up system that was out there. You have to unlock the mirror. You have to go down there and unlock some more systems. That being said, the moment-to-moment gameplay is extremely fun, but I can understand that this game will probably get a bit boring. It's right at the start of early access on Steam. As I said, it's been out for about a year before that, and it's only a solo game. That's also a pretty big deal breaker for a lot of you guys. I probably should have explained that at the start, if anything. Yes, right now it is only a solo game. As I said, it's basically like a extraction shooter, so think of it as solo extraction shooter. There you go. That's the best way to describe the game. Very good gameplay mechanics, though. Moment-to-moment combat's fantastic. But the actual gameplay loop, if we just load into the regular map here real quick, is essentially you just spawn in a random location. Sometimes you have enemies in front of you, sometimes you don't. And essentially all you're doing is looking at the map and you're clearing each one of these skull icons. And then once you clear one, so I'll give you a quick example. Once you go over here and you clear one of them, you get this is why people think it's a roguelike game. You get I guess I can call it a level up system. It's called Arcana, however you want to pronounce that. What that will do is give you a temporary buff just for the current zone. Even if you extract successfully, as soon as you leave the zone, you will lose the Arcana that you have on you. So if I kill this guy, it should show up. Boom.
Dave's Vault. Witchfire this area coagulates into a crystal.
And then you get to choose. So I have a little bit of progression here. So I have like guaranteed. This one's always going to be a firearm one. This one's always going to be like a reload speed one. This one's always going to be a magic one. But you have to, this is another facet of unlocks. Again, as I said, it's basically just a straight up RPG, not really a roguelike. But then these are where the roguelike element comes into play. You get a choice of 2 options, and then you can unlock a third during the run if you find these little white feather currencies. They're not very hard to find. And then you get to choose one of these upgrades here. Now, these upgrades are not the most exciting. I spoke earlier on the leveling system. All those upgrades were kind of flaccid. Same thing here with the Arcana system. They're just kind of flaccid, unfortunately. So you see here, damage boost on the final bullet in the magazine. Plus 100%, so it doubles the damage, so you can make use of that. Like for this revolver, has 6 shots, so I get a 100% damage on the 6th shot. So you can think of that as a, what is that, like a 17% damage bonus overall to the gun. So it's like it's kind of cool. It's some that's one of the more potent upgrades, unfortunately. Anyway, that's all you do. You just go here, clear an icon, clear an icon, clear an icon. This is an extremely dangerous area, so it's gonna have much tougher enemies. I think I've explained enough. I've yapped enough here, so I will go ahead and leave you guys with a little bit of footage, some high-octane gameplay footage. Again, I totally recommend this game. Look how beautiful. It is a very good-looking game. Extremely good-looking game. These are indie developers. Everything about this game is top-notch quality. There's a ton of attention to detail, a ton of care and love put into the game. The only downside that I can think of is the asking price, again, of $40. Whether or not you want to choose to spend that is up to you, obviously. Maybe wait for a sale, 20-25% off. Other than that, fantastic game. Highly recommend. Enjoy the footage. Why did it spawn me into an active war zone? What is this? Yeah, this is so much better now. Look at that. Look how much better that is. So much better. Not even close, actually. Blind fire, final bullet. Honestly, final bullet with the revolver is pretty good. Have to remember not to spam my reload. I die right here? I did. I did. How you doing, Dominic? Nice to see you, man. Hello, hello, hello. If you don't Nochi right away, so does it make it harder? I'm assuming it makes it harder when you get your Gnosis up. That might be the issue. Feels good as Destiny 2 hand cannons, pretty much. That's exactly what it feels like. The stamina system's really not that bad. I think I was just like super annoyed with that one boss fight. But it's really not that bad. Overall, these guys are chumps. I tried to double tap dash right there. Oh my gosh, he's running and gunning. My man. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's pretty cool animations though, man. The animations are good, the modeling is good. Pretty much everything about this game is just quality. Ah, this punk. Wait, I did the same damage on a crit as I do a no. That can't be right. Gnosis is difficulty. Interesting. But I get more Witchfire for it too, so I'd rather be on the higher difficulties, honestly. Wow, that hit him. Where are my echoes? Where are my echoes? We have a supply chest over here? Nope. We have a heavily guarded area, though. I'll show you what I do with a heavily guarded area. Let me just miss all my shots real quick, though. Okay, how did that last one miss? Whoa, 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 whoa. Bonk. Oh yeah, look at my max stamina right now. It's actually crazy. Oh, those weren't tanky at all. I thought those were really tanky enemies. Okay, why is my spell almost off cooldown? I just used my minor spell and it's basically already off cooldown. But it's not recovering, actually. It just looks like it. Maybe it's bugged. Oh, I didn't kill that guy. Oh, you can break his shield. That was a cool sound effect, too. You punk. I gotta say, man, like, everything about this game, I keep saying it, but it's pretty quality. Like, the AI is definitely not dumb at all. Look at this guy, except for this guy. Like, what is he doing right now? Look at the model. We take our time to appreciate the modeling here. Looks pretty good. Oh, he heals while he's doing that. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. All right, guys, what do I get? Firearm mastery. Oh, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. I do have two things. Full of magic. All right, I don't have a lot of ammo here. I don't have a lot of ammo. Kill whatever's coming out of here, but I do have demonic ammo. We might be chilling. Game good? Yes. It cools down with weapon damage? Yo, I didn't know that. That's actually sick. That's actually so sick. Okay, I missed. It's all over. I tried to dash too. It's all over. It's so over. Never mind. It's GG. It's so easy. It's so free. Whoa! Whoa! It's too free, boys. Where is he? What? Oh, yo, my weapon handling is like Woo! Look at the ADS speed! Look at the ADS speed! Did you see that? Where's my reload speed, though? Come on. Yo, the ADS speed is cracked out of mine now. What? What hit me? That ability is way too busted, by the way. No way. Where is he? He's one shot. Where is he? There we go. Witchfire coagulates. I'm coagulating. Oh, they all disappeared. Nice. All right. We did it. That was a... Yo, I got a third Mysterium. Ornate key!
You just had to blow it up. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now. It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now. It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now. It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now. It was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. If you'd done your job, known your place, we'd all be fine right now.